All righty, here we are with Coach Price. Coach Price, an 0-2 team still yet last Friday night, and you still had a packed house. And you brought that up in one of your team meetings this week, didn't you?
Yeah, we were very excited about the support that we get at Carroll County. Our first year here wasn't the case. The last several years, our players have worked hard to help change the culture and the mindset of what our community thinks about our program, and for them to stick with us through a rough 0-2 start, it means a lot to our players. They've invested a whole lot and continue to improve. These inexperienced first-time players are starting to get a little bit better, and I'm glad our fans are sticking with them.
And Coach, that has to make your boys feel good. I mean, you've got a program for this. They expect you guys to win now. Used to, if you guys won, it was news. If Carroll County won, it was news. Nowadays, if you guys lose, it's news.
Yeah, anytime you raise the standard of your play, the expectations also are raised. But I think our program, our players and coaches have embraced those expectations and understand. The process every year kind of starts itself over, and you got to buy into the process before you get those results. And I think our kids do a good job of focusing every single day to get a little bit better. And over the course of time throughout the season, eventually you become a pretty good football team.
Now, of course, Josh Slay, did you have anything? He played very well last Friday night, and he seemed more comfortable in the offense. Did you change anything, or did you put anything in new? Or?
Well, I think it's just a matter of him getting more comfortable back there, and our offense trying to find the identity of who we are.
Right.
With Zach Rutherford back there, we kind of knew who we were because he had got most of the snaps preseason.
Right.
And Josh was more of a guy we would put in there and do a few things with. Now that he is the guy, it took us a couple weeks to get used to what he can and can't do very well. And but his ability to run and throw puts a defense in a bind. I think he threw it 30 times, ran it 29. So it's a good balance for him. Obviously, we got to have some help. We got to get other people the ball a little bit more maybe. But I thought Josh Slay handled himself very well. One of the most dominant performances we've had from anybody from a standpoint of controlling the football game through the air and on the ground.
Well, now, Markham and Reese, they stepped up pretty big.
Yes, Sean Markham's just a sophomore, huge talent. The upside for him and the potential he has we're very excited about. Coach Longmire, Coach James are doing a good job of him, getting him to understand the ability he has and playing with some confidence. Being a sophomore, those first few games, I think he's a little timid at times, but Friday against Lemoore City really came out of his shell. Landon Reese is one of those guys who played for us quite a bit last year on defense. Really banged up most of the preseason, and then going to the Gibbs week was still kind of hurt, and he's just now starting to get close to 100%. And you got to see a little bit of him on Friday. Made some great catches for us and able to score some touchdowns and move the sticks when we needed them.
Of course, the coach, when you got close and it got fourth down, you went for the field goal this time. Now, what changed your mind over before?
A couple of things. If it was still 4th and 1, 3rd and short, we're going to go. We feel like 4th and short from the 1 or 2, we're going to go for it because we feel like we can get 1 or 2 yards. We were just in a situation tonight. One was 4th and 5, 4th and go from 5. One was 4th and go from the 7. And we just felt very comfortable. It was in Gustavo's range. Our field goal team's improved a lot this year, and so we just gave him a chance. And we're also playing with the lead. I think sometimes when you're playing with the lead, you're able, anytime you can put points on to extend it, you can do it. When you're playing from behind, when you're down by a touchdown, and you're down there on the 2 or 3 yard line, a lot of times you want to try to tie the game up. And but it's something that we're we feel a lot more confident in our field goal team than we have. And last time we kicked it, a field goal was against Powell about 3 years ago. They blocked and ran back for a touchdown. So
it's 97 yards later.
When Gustavo was just a freshman, so the hold was good, the snap was good protection. Gustavo put it through, so that's definitely a weapon we're going to take advantage of.
And your punting game, I can tell you guys really worked on that last week. It done pretty well.
Yeah, we changed a little bit of our blocking scheme and changed Elijah Phillips, our punter, kind of changed his approach to kicking, maybe making him get the ball out quicker.
Right.
And our coaches did a good job, put him in a good situation, and our players realized after those first 2 games just how important a punt team is. It was a good thing, but unfortunately we hadn't punted a lot in the last couple of years, so it's something that we had to go back to the drawing board, and I think we got it fixed.
All righty, Coach, you got a special Thursday night game this week against a team that nobody really knows a whole lot about, do we?
No, we've scrimmaged Grace 2 times since we've been here in the preseason. But they're a 2A program, but they're a private school. They got a lot of good players over there that execute at a high level. They're a very disciplined program. Coach McCain and his staff do a good job. They're 1-2 right now. They lost to Jeff County and CAK, and then they beat Alder Springs last week. But it's one of those games. You kind of throw the records out. It's really 2 traditional. The last couple of years, 2 very good programs with a lot of new kids, and so it'll be an exciting game. They run the wing T offense. They spread around, but they do a lot of trick plays. They try to throw it deep a lot and try to take advantage of you being misaligned. Defensively, they try to just bend but don't break defense, and we're going to have to execute at a very high level in order to come away from it.
You're going to have to really play a disciplined defense. Your guys are going to have to stay in their spots, aren't they?
Yeah, that's the thing about a wing T. It taught a lot of misdirection.
Yeah.
We talked to our kids this week about eye discipline. Meaning, whatever your keys are, you make sure your eyes are there, whether it's fullback guards or wings or tight ends, whoever you're keying, you got to make sure every play that you're focused in on those guys.
Right. Now, Coach, did you know that you guys right now are sitting in second place above Oak Ridge and everybody else is below Farragut?
Yeah, I think you look at in the end, the only thing that matters is a region record. We're 1-0 in the region. I think Farragut's 1-0 in the region. Everybody else has got at least 1 loss in the region. So. Right now us and Farragut are sitting at the top. We just got to make sure we do what we can to keep it that way.
Right. All right, Coach. Well, anybody, is everybody ready to go this Thursday night?
We still don't have a lot of the guys back just yet. Seth Roberts wound up not playing last week with his ankle. We thought he may be able to play a little bit, but he just wasn't able to go. And Jacob Bunch is going to be dressed out for the first time this Thursday. So they're 2 of our most dynamic football players.
Right.
Those guys are special with the ball in their hands. The guys that have filled in for them have done an outstanding job. So they're questionable for the game. That they'll be both of them be dressed out, but we'll just see how it's going, how they feel pregame, whether how much they're going to get the reps in. But other than that, we didn't have any new injuries last week. Just and I think winning a lot of times secures those things.
All righty. Well, Coach, we look forward to this Thursday night. Fans, follow the Cougars this Thursday night to Grace in Knoxville, and we're going to have to find out where that's at. But we'll all be down there, so we expect to see you down there this Thursday night. For Justin Price, I'm David Graham. We'll see you this Thursday.